Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hi. So today I came here to talk to you guys about how literally Green Party of Canada leader Annamie Paul believes in CIA propaganda. I found this tweet from this person named Aiden. Go follow him. It said Annamie Paul is an imperialist hack, pure propaganda against China, quick thread on resources that debunk the lies about the Uyghur genocide. Quote unquote Uyghur genocide. Look for an article on this soon. Hate to see the dangerous narrative which is promoting a war against China is being pushed so hard. Adrian Zen's detailing millions of Uyghurs' serious problems with the claims backed by U.S. NGO. Xinjiang ignoring terrorism in region. Canada smears China. Forced labor stories brought on China brought up by the U.S. government, NATO arm industries to drive a Cold War. No, UN did not report China has a massive internment camp for Uyghur Muslims. Video debunking John Oliver's video on Xinjiang. Here's my article, blah, blah. The Canadian left smears China to defect from our colonial history of genocide. Miami Call is full of crap. Palestine/NATO, etc. camps are in the Chinese government own words a very similar enterprise to Canada. So this was Annamie Paul's statement. She said, "The Greens 2020 the Canadian Greens are calling for the 2020 Olympics to be relocated from Beijing due to ongoing genocide against Uyghurs, which is bullshit. Canada should consider whether or not it's feasible to offer itself as an alternative host given our experience and venues." Okay, let me tell you something. So, literally talking about genocide in China, which is bullshit. Well, you deny that we actually did genocide. Well, you basically deny actual genocide going on in Palestine and in Yemen. You don't condemn coups. You don't give a shit about indigenous people. Literally, that's what her statement. Here's from the Star, where I can read more on this. Wait, it's loading. Ottawa, Canada should be moving the 2022 Olympics outside of China over its genocidal camps bullshit. The Uyghur Muslim minority, says Green Party leader Annamie Paul, considers offering a role in hosting a global competition. Instead, ongoing genocide is not reasonable enough to relocate sport. Then my question is, what is it? She says during a virtual news conference Tuesday. She urged International Olympics Committee along with Canada and other countries to condemn human rights violations in China, which is BS. She said Canada should think about offering a hosting the Winter Olympics, possibly with the United States. Because both countries have needed an infrastructure and experience. Yada yada yada. Talking about an open letter signed by 13 MPs, half the Quebec politicians want it moved outside of China. Canada's ambassador to the United Nations called the United Nations in November to investigate China's persecution of ethnic Muslim Uyghurs in Xinjiang province. It's all bullshit. I know it. But let me tell you why she's believing in CIA propaganda fed to her by the United States. And also, let me go into her record. Okay, she wouldn't condemn the coup in Bolivia. She just made circles and circles when she was questioned about that. 2, literally is super bad on foreign policy. She's also literally a supporter of Israel, which I hate. I really don't like Israel at all. Because here's why. They do eugenics to Ethiopian Jews. They literally do gentrification to Palestinians and do genocide to them, but you won't talk about that. Kiss my ass, kiss my ass, kiss my ass. Also, let me find something. Here's also literally countries that are supporting China when it comes to these accusations. Okay, want me to label them? Cuba, Bolivia, Venezuela, Burkina Faso, a bunch of other African countries and the members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Gabon, Cameroon, Sudan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, the UAE, Oman, Syria, Somalia, Eritrea, Rwanda? Is that Rwanda? I don't know. Zimbabwe, Angola, the Congos, and Russia, Belarus, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Pakistan, Burma, Laos, Cambodia, the Philippines, North Korea. The international community is just a bunch of European countries. Literally, it's so funny. Next, I'm going to show you something from a colonel where he admits that this is all basically a CIA psyop.
Military. Here is what it has decided. One, I spent 31.
Okay. Here is the clip Here's the clip I talked about where where the USA admits to using the Uyghurs in China the Uyghurs in Xinjiang to destabilize
Years in the military. Here is what it has decided for Afghanistan. And I bet you don't know this either. We're in Afghanistan as we were in Germany post-World War II. That is for at least a half a century. It has nothing to do with Kabul and state building, nothing to do with fighting the Taliban or proving that we can reconcile with the Taliban, and nothing to do with fighting any terrorist group, because it is the only hard power the United States has that sits proximate to the Central Base Road Initiative of China that runs across Central Asia. If we had to impact that with military power, we are in position to do so in Afghanistan. Second reason we're there is because we're cheek and jowl with the potentially most unstable nuclear stockpile on the face of the earth in Pakistan. We want to be able to leap on that stockpile and stabilize it if necessary. And the third reason we're there is because there are 20 million Uyghurs and they don't like Han Chinese in Xinjiang province in Western China. And if the CIA has to mount an operation using those Uyghurs, as Erdogan has done in Turkey against Assad, there are 20,000 of them in Idlib in Syria right now, for example. That's why the Chinese might be deploying military forces to Syria in the very near future to take care of those Uyghurs that Erdogan invited in. Well, the CIA would want to destabilize China, and that would be the best way to do it, to foment unrest and to join with those Uyghurs in pushing the Han Chinese and Beijing from internal places rather than external.
He basically just admits it. Where here's more. Lawrence Wilkerson, retired U.S. Army Colonel and former Chief of Staff of Secretary of State Colin Powell, basically admits all this. And I know this is a Ron Paul Institute, but it's really important information for all you guys to know. But yeah, literally, it's all a bunch of a load of malarkey. That's what it is. And I'll put some sources on the link down in the description for you guys to check out from the Gray Zone. And I'll put the link to the video in the link down in the description. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And don't forget to join my Discord server in the link down in the description. And don't forget to follow me on Storyfire. Bye-bye.